What if you could build a universe entirely inside your own head? A persistent world you could go back to night after night. Well, we're going to dive into the story of a creator named Evan, who finds out that having godlike power, well, it comes with a whole cascade of totally unexpected problems. It all kicks off with this pretty incredible confession. For Evan, this isn't just some hazy, random dream. It's a real place. It's his own personal sandbox, where he can create literally anything, and whatever he builds is still there waiting for him the next time he shows up. This is way beyond daydreaming. He's literally building a second reality. So, naturally, Evan starts to experiment. First, he builds a perfect copy of Earth. But let's be honest, a perfect copy is kind of boring, right? He learns pretty fast that the real challenge starts the second you try to mess with the fundamental rules of how everything works. And his first instinct is actually a pretty noble one. He wants to improve things, fix the problems he sees in our world. He wants to give his people the ability to fly. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? But, well, messing with the laws of physics turns out to be a really, really delicate and dangerous game. To make people fly, he just turns the gravity almost all the way down. Simple enough. And what happens next? Total chaos. With nothing holding them down, everything, houses, forests, the oceans themselves, just starts drifting away into the void. A single, tiny change triggers a world-ending disaster. And one bad fix just leads to another. I mean, it's a classic domino effect. To stop stuff from floating away, he gets rid of the wind. But then the clouds stop forming, the rain stops, and the whole world just dries up. So he tries again, moving the planet a little closer to its sun, only to watch his forests burst into flames and his oceans start to literally boil. After all those huge, world-breaking failures, his one and only success is a tiny little tweak. He just fixes the planet's axis to give it constant, stable weather. It's a huge lesson, isn't it? Sometimes the biggest ideas cause the most damage, and the simplest changes are the ones that actually work. Okay, so he's learned a hard lesson about physical laws. Now, Evan moves on to something even bigger, life itself. He wants a world that can grow and change on its own. But this is where he comes face to face with a deep, fundamental paradox of creation. This quote from him just says it all. How do you create something that evolves, that's dynamic and alive, without also creating decay and collapse and death? He wants all the good parts of life, the beauty and the growth, but without any of the messy, destructive stuff that comes with it. So you can see him working through it with trial and error. First, he makes a perfect, static tree. It's gorgeous, but in his own words, super boring. So next, he tries a tree with unlimited growth. It grows for thousands of dream years until it gets so massive it collapses under its own weight, destroying everything nearby. So finally, he tries something totally different, a crystal jewel that doesn't grow or die. It just is, and it reflects light. And this is where he has this stunning breakthrough moment. As he's filling his world with these jewels, he starts wondering, where's the light they're reflecting even coming from? And then it hits him. It's coming from him. His focus, his attention, his consciousness. That is the sun of this universe. Realizing that changes everything. His new goal becomes building a world that can run by itself. And through that process, he learns a few things. He learns that you need darkness to even know what light is. He sets new rules so plants grow from light and water instead of just strangling each other. And then, something he never planned for happens. Predators show up, and they create a natural, self-regulating balance he never even thought of. Then comes the biggest moment of all. He wakes up. He's back in his bed in the real world, but he can still feel his creation. It's still going. It doesn't need his constant attention anymore to just exist. He's actually done it. He's built a persistent, independent world. Okay, so he's built a self-sustaining planet, he's figured out the rules of physics and the balance of life, but now he's staring down the final frontier, the one thing he wants more than anything else. Companionship. He wants to create a conscious being that he can actually talk to. And his goal is just so incredibly simple and human. He's not trying to make a servant or an army. He just wants a friend, someone to share this incredible world that he's built. But as he's about to find out, that's infinitely harder than making a son. This quote, man, it says it all. He can create a body with a single thought. He can change how it looks in an instant. But when he tries to actually talk to it, there's just nothing. the being just stares at him, waiting for Evan to put the words in its mouth. He realizes he isn't talking to another mind. He's just talking to himself. The result is, just deeply unsatisfying. He's made a perfect biological machine, a flawless puppet, but it has no will, no thoughts, no spark of its own. It's an empty shell, and in the end, he just gets bored and dissolves it. And this brings us right to the core philosophical puzzle of his whole journey. Evan can create a world, he can create a body, he can create a whole ecosystem, but creating a truly independent consciousness, a mind that isn't just a mirror of his own, that seems to be the ultimate creator's paradox. It really forces you to ask a pretty fundamental question, doesn't it? If a creator designs every single aspect of a being, can that being ever have a truly original thought? Or is it always just going to be a reflection of its maker's mind? So what are the big takeaways from this incredible creative journey? Well, first, building a physical world means you have to respect its delicate balances. Second, creating a living ecosystem means you actually have to let go of some control and allow for chaos. And finally, creating a truly free mind might require a total separation, a letting go that a creator might be fundamentally unable to do. And that leaves us with this final big question to chew on. Evan's whole goal was simple. He wanted a friend, a real connection. But if that connection can only exist with a being that has genuine free will, does that mean the ultimate act of creation isn't to build something perfectly, but to build it and then completely, and maybe even terrifyingly, let it go?